I would rather do this than anything else. I would say that if I have an addiction besides smoking my pipe, I would say flying my kite is my addiction. I just can't live without it. Now, it was explained to me that I could be considered as a Native American. The only thing is, I'm part Mexican. What is in Mexico? Mexicans. And half of them are native to the land. So they're Indian. So that makes me part Indian. Yeah, that kite's gonna stay up. Might be possible, like I was telling you earlier, that I had to replace the tail on that one kite, and I may have put too much tail on it. Might be just a little bit too heavy. I may have to trim some of that off. The Native Americans were very spiritual. Everything has its meaning and everything has its way. And they even, when they go out to kill for food, they pray for the animal after they've killed it. So they give up its spirit and they can have a meal. Sounded good to me. And I think almost all the Indians agree that they have one great spirit. But they'll have several other things like coyotes and wolves and mountain lions, and those have spirits too that they also worship, because they all have a purpose in nature. I love the Indians. I love their whole thing. So I started putting it together, and this is kind of what I came up with. I've been finding things laying around here, like I got an earring on here that I found in the parking lot here. And then there's this rubber foot right there. Okay, I put that on and found that out here. A fellow that walked by here, and he says, are you a North American native? And I said, no, I wish I was sometimes. But he explained to me that he was a medicine man for the Macaw Indian tribe near Bay. So when he had a piece of cedar bough in his fingers, and he was kind of rubbing it together, to get that cedar smell. And boy, it was strong too. And then he took a match and he lit it, and he kind of got it to smoking. And he waved it over the top of this, and he said some Indian words. And then he waved the smoke over me and said a few more Indian words. And then he put his hand on my head and said a few more things. And he says, from now on, this will be known as Mila Wa Chia. And I said, what? Who? He says, from now on, it will scare away evil spirits. It's known as a spirit chaser. But this is the prettiest one of all of them I got, with all the beads and stuff on there. Some people like to call it a peace pipe. This one's made out of used to be an archery arrow, the aluminum archery arrow. So I cut the point off and cut the feather end off and then built the pipe on it. Really, it's pretty simple. No, why people have a problem with it. They think they got to run with it, and you don't. I've never had to run. I can't think of anything better to do. Like I said, I'm not one to go drinking. I don't go to bars or taverns, or I can't afford that. I would rather do this than anything else.